The palace of Veros seemed like it had been carved out of light itself, tall crystalline pillars, shimmering banners of cosmic silk, guards armored in obsidian alloy. But beneath all the elegance and power was fear. Fear that the empire was collapsing. Fear that the queen was losing her grip. Queen Seraphel stood before her war council, regal yet exhausted. Her silver eyes, once fierce with command, now dimmed beneath the weight of endless defeat. The humans have created alliances faster than we expected, one general growled. In 2 cycles their fleets will reach our borders. Seraphel didn't respond. She stared ahead, motionless, fingers trembling on the throne. Her people didn't know it, but their unstoppable queen was 1 step away from surrender. She had fought a dozen wars, outsmarted 1,000 rivals, but in the end, the universe was too big and Veros too alone. Then came the transmission. "Your Majesty," a guard said, "a lone human envoy has arrived. He claims he is here to negotiate peace, not war." The room erupted in outrage, demands for execution, imprisonment, interrogation. Seraphel raised a hand, silencing them. "Bring him in." Part 1. The human with nothing to lose. The human was unarmed. No soldiers. No holographic fleet threat. Just a man, clothes torn from travel, breathing hard, eyes determined. "My name is Elias Crane," he said, voice echoing in the crystal chamber. "And I'm not here for politics." The council leaned forward. Seraphel narrowed her eyes. "Then why are you here, human?" Elias swallowed, looking directly into her gaze, something even Verosian nobles rarely dared to do. "I came because we are running out of time. Not just you, all of us. War will destroy your empire. It will destroy ours. There will be nothing left to rule." The room scoffed. The queen watched. "And what do you expect me to do?" Seraphel asked quietly. "Bow to your species?" Elias shook his head. "No. I expect you to fight, but not alone." Silence. Real silence. The kind that made the heart beat louder. Part 2. A Queen on the Edge. Elias was taken to a diplomatic chamber, a golden prison in all but name. He wasn't starved. He wasn't tortured. But he wasn't free. Seraphel visited him the next morning. "You risked your life," she said slowly. "You had no army. No escort. What did you think would happen when you landed here?" Elias gave a tired smile. "I didn't think I'd survive. But doing nothing felt worse." The queen stared at him, this small, fragile creature who looked like he could break beneath her touch. Yet something in him did not break. "Your people are hated," she said. "Across dozens of worlds." He laughed, a sad, broken sound. "You think we don't know? Every time we show up anywhere, everyone thinks we're invaders. Maybe we deserve it sometimes. But not this time." Seraphel studied him, not as an enemy, not as an invader, but as someone carrying the same exhaustion she carried. "You are afraid," she whispered. "And so are you," Elias replied. Her mask cracked just for a second. No one had spoken to her like that in years. Part 3. The collapse begins. News arrived that night. Another border world lost, another rebellion rising. The empire was crumbling like sand between fingers. Advisors turned on each other. Generals fought for power. Assassins lurked in every shadow. In the chaos, Seraphel confronted Elias again. "What do humans do," she demanded, "when everything is falling apart? When defeat is inevitable?" Elias didn't hesitate. Humans fall apart. Cry. Scream. Lose hope. He stepped closer. "But then we get back up, even when it doesn't make sense." Seraphel's breath caught. "How? Why?" "Because if someone we care about still needs us, then giving up stops being an option. The queen froze, as if the words had hit her harder than any attack. "Who do you care about, Seraphel?" he asked. She didn't answer, but the answer was written across her face. Her people. All of them. Even the ones who doubted her. Part 4. The Human in the War Room. The next day, Seraphel marched into the war chamber with Elias at her side. The reaction was explosive. "A human cannot be here. He will sabotage us. You shame the throne." Seraphel's voice thundered like a storm. "Enough." The room fell silent. "This human," she declared, "will speak. If you disagree, challenge my decision with blade or politics. But I will not hear whining." No one dared. Elias pointed to the war map. "You're trying to defend everywhere," he said. "You'll lose everywhere." The humans made that mistake a century ago, until one general changed everything. He began outlining tactics. Consolidate forces instead of spreading thin. Abandon resource worlds that can't be held. Strike key targets instead of responding to every attack. Make the enemy bleed for every inch. The room argued, fought, challenged. Elias never raised his voice. He only explained. Seraphel watched him, not his strategies but his resolve. The council hated him, yet none could break him. Humans. So fragile. So weak. Yet somehow unkillable. Part 5. The Turning Point. The plan was approved. The fleet launched. And for the first time in many cycles, Varos won a battle. Then another. And another. Worlds regained. Morale returned. The rebellion began collapsing. The empire lived again. Elias became a hero among soldiers and commoners. But to the nobles, he became a threat. Rumors spread like poison. He manipulates the queen. He wants the throne. He will betray us. Seraphel summoned Elias to her private garden, a sanctuary where only the queen was allowed. "Why did you help my empire?" she asked. "You owe us nothing. We imprisoned you." Elias looked down at the glowing flowers. "Because someone had to remind you you're worth fighting for." Her voice shook. "And you think I am?" "I know you are." No one in Seraphel's life, not advisors, not generals, had ever spoken to her from the heart. The strongest woman in the galaxy suddenly felt her knees weaken. Part 6. The Attempted Coup. That night, elite warriors stormed the garden. "Kill the human. Put the queen back under our control." Seraphel rose with claws glowing like fire. "No one touches him." The battle was brutal. Seraphel fought like a goddess, but so many attackers came that even she faltered. A blade lunged toward her heart. Elias, a defenseless human, threw himself in front of her. The blow struck him, not her. He crumpled, bleeding into her arms. "Why?" she whispered, voice breaking for the first time in her life. Elias gasped, "Because losing you would hurt more than dying." Seraphel unleashed a scream that shook the trees and ripped the attackers apart with raw telekinetic fury. When the dust cleared, she held him close, a queen who suddenly looked like a terrified woman. Ending. A queen saved, a human loved. Elias survived. Barely. When he awoke, he felt warmth, a hand holding his. Seraphel sat beside him, silver eyes bright again, wearing no crown, no armor, only truth. "You saved my life," she whispered. "But more than that, you saved me." He tried to joke. "Well, someone had to keep you from giving up." She laughed, really laughed, perhaps for the first time in centuries.